Hello and welcome to another update of the Little Henham Model Railway for April 2014. Okay, there's some more updates to do this month. I've added a bit more to the layout. And as you can see, we've got a running session underway. So, let's have a look at what's new. Here we go. Okay, if you remember from last month, the latest thing I did was the scrapyard scene here. And on the layout at the back, there was quite a large gap in the embankment. And I wasn't sure what to do with that. Well, that has now been filled, as you can see. And what I've done is, I've filled it in with an embankment, grassed it and put scenery on, etc. I did think of various different things to do with it. But I've ended up going with an elevated house and garden. Now, as you can see, it fits the space quite well. I've had to make the backing board a little bit higher than what I was hoping for, but that's just to give it a bit of a height. But to make it a little bit different, I could have chosen any house, but this house is a bit personal to me. Because in actual fact, I've actually modelled my own house. I thought that would be something a little bit unusual. So after taking some photographs, I've then scratch built my own property. But it is now in a location where in an ideal world I'd like my house to be, which is backing onto the railway. I've landscaped the side of the embankment there, and that tailors down into Station Road on the other side, and on this side I've tapered it into the existing cottage next door. To make it fit in with the rest of the scenery, if I'd have modelled my own house as it is today, it would have been too modern. So what I've done is I've done it to as the back garden looked when my wife and I first moved into the house, because the house dates from 1950, and when we first moved in it needed a little bit doing to it. So I've now done it from the photos of when the house moved in. The area on the model where the pond is, that is actually where my railway shed is today and where this layout is contained in. So if I was to do it to modern day things, there would be a building standing where that pond is. But the greenhouse is still in place, and we have a shed where this one is modelled, but a slightly different shed. And I used to have a Great Eastern Railway seat in the back garden, and the rest of it, the alleyway and the coal bunker, are still there to this day. But I thought, just to be a little bit different, I thought I'd actually model my own house. And in Model World, I can look over my fence and I can look onto the railway with the trains going by. So that's my first update for this month, the filling in of that gap. I've also now started to add some of the figures onto the layout to give it a little bit more character. It's getting to a stage now where some areas are getting nearly finished, and I can indeed now introduce some people to it. So just outside the depot entrance here we have two colleagues, engine driver, perhaps a fireman, and they're just exchanging some words on the changeover of the shifts. One's going off duty, one's coming on. And I've now started also to put some people on the platforms of the main station and add in some details like luggage trolleys, suitcases, etc. There's a gentleman, just picked up his daily newspaper, having a bit of a read, just while he's waiting for the train. Lady with a suitcase, waiting for her train, and she's off to somewhere. I've also added, as you can see, platform numbers onto the stations. It's going to take me quite a while to put all the figures on because I've got quite a few to put in, but we've made a start. I think my favourite people that I've put in so far into the scene are these. These are made by Bachmann, and I think they're really cool. And what they are, they're actual train spotters. I mean, every station should have train spotters on the end of the platform. So I've now added some into the scene. They've all got their little notebooks and pens, and one's cheekily nicked a barra to sit on. I think they're really good. I'm going to add some more onto the other platform as well, because you can get them in different poses. The other update I've done this month is I've replaced this buffer stop. The one that was in there before was a bit too long, so what I've done is I took it out, I cut it down to a more appropriate length, and then I've repainted it. You can actually now get a longer loco in the siding here, which then leads to the loco shed. Okay, my final update item this month is I've done some more work, only a tiny bit, on the engineers depot here. as you can see, I've now started to add in cable drums and items such as that, and I'm just actually making the building. There's a small hut to go in here as well, an engineer's hut, and also the signage for it, which will lead off of the main road into the engineers department road and depot here. So that's really it at the moment for updates. I have started on yet the next phase of the layout, but it's not ready yet, so I won't film that until it's nearer completion. So we'll now carry on with a running session, and hopefully you'll tune in again next month and there'll be a lot more to see yet again. And can I just say a very warm welcome to all my new subscribers that I've had, and also a big hello to the ones that have stayed with me so far. So welcome to the new subscribers. I hope you like what you see, and I hope you enjoy what is coming. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Thank you. And now the running session. Well everybody, that's it for this month. So I hope you enjoyed the running session. So from my little house to your little house, hope to see you next month. And once again, thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching. Bye now from Little Henham.